Hey everybody.
Hey, this is our first time making a YouTube video or a video period.
Yes.
So please just, hang in there with us because we're probably going to have all kinds of stuff that we're getting wrong.
Probably.
So.
And it's probably a little awkward like silences or me trying to adjust myself like, hey, hi.
But let's start out with, hey everybody, hi all of our loved ones and
Hey y'all.
everyone out there in YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, land. We wanted to do a video. First of all, this is my handsome husband, Keith Hasan-Towery.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? And this is my fine ass husband, Omar Kamal Hasan-Towery.
And we want to do a video because we are starting a journey that a lot of us gay men, especially gay black men, we fantasize about. We always want to do, but we don't actually have the information. So that journey is becoming parents. So
yeah, and we've been learning a lot. So we're hoping to do this video and then do a few more just to kind of provide the information we learn. The resource part, y'all gonna have to figure that part out yourselves. But at least we can tell you what we did to put ourselves in a situation so we can get closer on this journey. The one thing that we did learn is like once you decided as a couple or even as an individual that you want to have a kid and you're going to do it through IVF, they start calling you an intended parent or IP. So, shout out to all the intended parents out there. The struggle's real. And definitely what Omar said, we definitely just want people to know it's possible and that, maybe learn something from our story. Yeah. So, we got some money. People donated money they didn't donate. They gave us money during our wedding. And that was the first step of us, figuring it out.
Yeah. But, it takes a lot more money.
A lot more money. So we
can tell you that now.
we both knew we needed, better jobs, better paying jobs. Let me say that because the jobs we left originally, it's not that they were bad. It's just we needed more money. So I went back to my job and they gave me a pretty good sizable raise. And Omar got a new job. And we were able to start aggressively save. We also made sure we worked on our credit from 2019 until 2020 to 2020. So we could refinance the house as well and take some of the equity out so we can pay for those bills. And once we had all of those things lined up and everything looked good, we were ready to go. It's like a very close, very personal friend of mine. She said, at the wedding, she said, yo, let me know what's up when y'all try to have kids. And how people say those things and it's like a kind gesture. I was like, oh, thank you. That's so dope, But, I think a little bit like last year, she hit us back up. And this is Samantha I'm talking about. And Sam was like, yo, bro, I said, let me know when y'all about to have kids and what y'all trying to do. I want to donate some eggs to you. And she did that. Mm-hmm. And then Omar met our gestational carrier, aka
so Ashley is her name. And she worked with me. And one day I was talking in our office just about my husband and I having kids and how we want to go about having kids. And she sat in the desk in front of me and she just turned around and she said, I'll do it. and I was like, I don't quite believe you on that, whatever, and later on she was just like, oh my, I told you I would do it, So when we actually got ready to do it, she I just called her and she said, yeah, I told you I'd do it. Let's do this, So she's on board to be our carrier. She hasn't started that process just yet. We have started the process with Samantha though.
Right. Mm-hmm. We started the process with Samantha in terms of the egg retrieval. So a little bit before we get into that, just being a same-sex couple, trying to do this process, there's going to be companies that may kind of reject working with you or wanting to do things with you. We had that experience with the first fertility agency we try to work with. And I'm going to name them. That's Shady Grove. There's a reason why they call it Shady Grove. They just shady. And you know, the doctor was polite in his approach, but it was just flat out like, you know, we just don't work with same sex couples to do what we're trying to do. And you know, it definitely hurt, right? Because now we're serious. We got the money, we got the plans, but you know, luckily we were able to find Columbia Fertility's associates here in Washington D.C. And
yeah, there's a lot of laws on the books that are dating back to when, you know, the AIDS epidemic first hit.
Yeah.
And so a lot of clinics, a lot of places aren't willing to work with gay men, you know, just period.
Because it's a FDA hassle, right? And because sperm is considered a tissue, and there's so many laws around same-sex males donating tissue, especially if they're same-sex males and they've been sexually active within 3 months. So it's just a lot of hassles and hurdles, and I guess, you know, they're a private business, so they can decide that they don't want to work with particular people because of the additional risk. But all that to say, Columbia Fertility's associates came through, and Dr. Abbasi, like, she, from day one, she just made us very comfortable about the time. Like, her, Samantha, myself, and Omar, we all sat in the room and we started talking about the process, and she laid out everything.
She's very informative, and she's always there when we need to talk to her, you know, which really helps, because there's so much about this process that is just new, completely new to us. Completely new. So I'm gonna let you tell them about how she broke down how everything, the embryos and all that good stuff.
Okay.
Because he loves this process.
I do, and it's a particular word I love. And if we gonna make this a fancy video and edit, you know, I'm hoping that we can do like some set it off scenes or something.
Oh my god!
When I say this word, but so basically, the process is this: you need to know where you're getting the eggs from if you are a same-sex male couple. We knew our donor. It's a known donor for us. So we have to work with our donor, Samantha, and with the clinic so they can schedule egg retrievals. So we sat there, we figured out what the best process was. She said that it's probably best that Omar and I both have respectively 6 to 8 eggs apiece, so we could, you know, eventually fertilize that with the specimens that were collected. So they do the egg retrievals with her, and I know I'm breezing over this, but Samantha actually talked about the egg retrieval process, and this will be linked. Her story, her journey will be linked to this video somehow, some way. Anyway, they do that. Then they take our specimens, which they've collected, and they do this process where they combine the egg and they combine, you know, one of the good, strong swimmers in order to create the embryos. The procedure is called ICSI, and I'm not going to break down the acronym because I don't have it in front of me, but it's ICSI. And basically, like I said, they take a ovum, an egg, and they take a good quality swimmer. They put them together, and they let them do their magic over a course of 5 days. So the first day, you know, they sit there and they see, you know, how far fast it gets. You know, the cells have to divide from 2 to 4, from 8 to 16, and so on and so forth. The eggs that make it on the first and second day, they're strong enough. They've been dividing like they're supposed to. They continue to grow. They could become viable fetuses at some point. But the key thing is on the 5th day. On the 5th day is when the embryo becomes what they call a blastocyst, which is my favorite word, right? It sounds like you saying, I'm a blastocyst. Blastocyst. He's looking crazy. He's looking to ignore me, but I really love this word. But
he loves that word.
It's an important word, though.
He loves that word.
Blastocyst. Like, so you want your embryos to become blastocysts. At that point, they can take the portions of the embryo that would become the umbilical cord. They can, you know, take a bit of that sample, and they can take it out for genetic testing to make sure, like, you know, the embryo has all of its chromosomes and there's no other significant issues that are occurring. Because that process then helps you determine which is the strongest embryo to actually go through for implementation, and eventually will become your child. Once you have the embryo and she's your surrogate or your gestational carrier is pregnant, um, you know, I think after the second sonogram, after they confirm the baby, then you move directly working with the OBGYNs, and you no longer work with the fertility clinic. But yeah, that's the process.
That's the process. So this is where we are now. So first thing we had to do was we had to go and make deposits. So Keith and I made our deposits. The first round, Keith had strong swimmers. He had a whole bunch of swimmers and strong swimmers. On the other hand, for me, I did not. I had low amounts of swimmers, and I also had, which a lot of men have, which most men have. First of all, let me say that. But there are some mutated swimmers. So some of them have like 2 heads, 2 tails. Some are not swimming the way they're supposed to. So that was a little frustrating with our first deposits. So we took a little time away from it, and I actually worked out a little bit more, and I ate better, drank water, and all that good stuff. So we went back and did some more deposits, and those were better for me. Right. Keith's has always been good. So
and it's like a month's time, just to give you like an idea, just to.
Yeah, like a month's time. Yeah. So Keith was always good, but I had to go and get healthy and all that good stuff, just to make sure that they were doing what they're supposed to do and looking the way they're supposed to look. So we went and did a second time, and that was better. So we did our portion, and the next portion was for Samantha. She did her first round of egg extractions, which we had a little frustrating step there too, because we have someone that is working with us and setting up all of our appointments and for the extractions and for us to do our deposits, all that stuff. And she neglected to give Samantha some information, so it kind of pushed back her extraction date a little bit more. So that was frustrating. So we had to wait for her to actually go do her first extraction. But, we finally got her back in there, and she did it, and that went well. I forget how many eggs came out the first time.
The first time she had 14 retrieved.
14 retrieved.
But only 12 made it to the freezing.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. So the eggs have to be frozen once they're extracted. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's part of it. So Samantha went back and did another extraction. With the second extraction, which is current, actually, she got 20 eggs, right? 20?
No. So the second one, she got 18.
Okay. She got 18 eggs on the second extraction. Which is good.
Which is like they was like, it's fabulous. That's the word that they used to describe her magnificent ovaries.
Which is really good. And Samantha is a champ. We thought we needed to help her with getting, because she has to take shots and stuff like that to, make sure that they're growing, the eggs are growing correctly. She has to take a shot. It's called a trigger shot. So that's right before she actually gets the eggs extracted. She has to do that as well. And she did it all on her own. So in her own home. So she's a champ, So yeah, we got the 18 eggs, and so we had to actually get our sperm together with the eggs. So they had to unthaw our sperm, and her eggs, unthaw her eggs as well. And so they basically did that, and they recently got them together and created embryos. So we have, Keith currently has.
Well, you gotta tell them how many that Samantha donated 20 eggs to us.
All right, you guys. So that's it for now. We're going to keep you guys, on our journey with us. Any questions, any comments, please submit them. We are happy to help any way we can, because we had to do tons and tons and tons of research on our own. So if we can help out any kind of way, please, comment, let us know.
Yes. So if this is gonna be on YouTube, like and subscribe. And remember, blastocysts.
Oh, God.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.